Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Umineko When They Cry, episode 7. So last time we saw Shannon become her own person. Her memories removed from, I guess, from everything from the beginning. So she pretty much started as, Shannon, the servant with no memories of Yasu, right? And then Yasu became, the witch, Beatrice. And by the end of, last time, Yasu, or let's say Beatrice, was inviting Shannon to stay with her in the Golden Land, the Witch Land, the Magic Land, whatever. But Shannon is like, I don't want to, because there is something in the human world that you can't get right there in the magic world. So we'll see. Will Shannon find that something today? We're gonna find out, so let us continue. Okay, everyone is here now. The family.
お体本当に大事になさってね。
わしの友人にな、肩こりによく効くっちゅうのを商ってるのがおるんや。次の時試供品もらってくるで。
いえいえ、お気遣いをありがとうございます。
Why are you gonna bring a sample? How about bring a big box of it? You're rich.
ほらガキども、いつまではしゃぎ回ってやがる。とっとと降りろい。
ほらマリア、ママと一緒にお船を降りましょうね。
Are they gonna show the kids though? They're still young here, like much more young, like let's say at like 12 or 13 years old. Maria, who Rosa led by the hand, was still too young for kindergarten. However, she seemed to notice that her cousins, whom she rarely ever saw, were playing all around her, and she was very excited. Butler and George had the energy of middle school or nearly middle school kids. Those two, along with Jessica, who had met them in Ujima, were clambering about on the boat.
Asumu, 大丈夫か?
Oh yeah, Asumu was still here. Are we gonna get a face of Asumu?
お前は本当に乗り物がダメだな。
You don't really like riding things, okay? Rudolph lent an arm to his wife Asumu.
ようこそ六軒島へ。長旅を大変お疲れ様でございました。
The whole family had gathered for the conference. At this point in time, Rudolph's wife was still Asumu and Enje hadn't been born. Goda and Kanon hadn't yet been employed by the Oshiromiya family. And the witch's epitaph, which would toy with the family's fate, hadn't appeared yet. They probably couldn't even imagine the bizarre crime that they would encounter several years later.
Danna sama, 奥様、親族の方々がご到着なさいました。
では、私は親父殿に声をかけてくるとしよう。
Should I call for father?
お願いします。私は皆様方をお迎えします。
So actually in this time he's still alive.
あ、シャノン、この窓枠を掃除したのは誰ですか?
Oh, by the way, look at this. The one behind Natsuhi, right? This is the place where they're gonna put the portrait and the epitaph in the future. But right now, it's not there. Yes. I just realized.
まだ埃があるではありませんか。大急ぎで拭きなさい。かしこまりました、奥様。
Oh, come on. Natsuhi's making her work so hard again. Just what good does she find in such a limited ulcer-inducing life? I wanted to know. Shannon, what is it that you found, and what did you mean when you said I already knew what I was missing? Shannon, is this something I must learn by learning about you? Yeah, you just watch for now.
親族会議の日の六軒島は普段と何が違うのだろう。
それは絶対賑やかさ。これだけの子供が集まることはないものね。
大人たちにとっては 緊張感を強いられる日だったろうけれど、僕たち子供にとっては仲良しのいとこたちと一度に会える素敵な日だったね。
夏はいとこたちで海ではしゃいだし、冬は冬でいろいろゲームをして遊んだっけ。俺たちにとっては親族会議ってのは楽しいもんだったぜ。
それは私もだぜ。母さんなんかは粗相があってはダメとかうるさかったけど、私にとってもいとこみんなで遊べる楽しい日だった。何しろ普段の六軒島には何もねえんだから。
すげえお屋敷に住んでたり、プライベートビーチがあったり、ガキの頃は羨ましいと思ってたけど、ジェシカの身になって考えるとさぞや窮屈だったと思うぜ。
だろうね。六軒島には本当に何もない。友達の家もお隣もご近所もない。ジェシカちゃんの気持ちを考えると少し気の毒に思うよ。
だから私にとっては親族会議の日は本当に特別な日。はしゃいでふざけて、まるでお祭りの日みたいな気持ちだった。徹底的に悪ふざけの限りを尽くしたぜ。
大人たちは小難しい話ばかりで、あっちで遊んでなさいってことになったなら。
年の近いいとこたちが3人。はしゃぎ回らないわけがない。
いや、3人じゃない。4人だったよ。
The four of us.
エンジェは生まれてないし、マリアはまだ一緒に遊べるような年じゃないわ。
違うよ、フルフル。年が近いのはいとこだけじゃないよ。
シャノン。
シャノンちゃんだよ。彼女も俺らと同じくらいの年だったからな。
母さんが使用人のことは話すなとうるさかったけれど。
Was Shannon actually older? Yeah, I think older. Like, if we see her real age, right? 19 in 1986. And Butler and Jessica is 18, so she's 1 year older, but remember Genji said that, or they said that Genji reduced her age by 3 years, so you can say, yeah, you can just say close to their age.
私とシャノンは少しずつ交流を深めていったよ。六軒島で最も年が近い唯一の女の子だったんだから。
Mama's always going on about not talking with the servant kids, but Shannon and I started to get close.
僕たちとシャノンの4人は仲良しだったんだ。親族会議の時はいつも楽しく遊んでいたよ。
I wonder. Yeah, I always wonder. I always say this. I wonder. But imagine if Yasu had become Jessica's friend when they were much more younger, when Yasu started working there. Yasu probably wouldn't need Beatrice. She wouldn't need all of this other stuff because she had Jessica, right? As a friend. Because yeah, and technically they're living in the island as well. The same, so they can play with each other. But the problem is, Natsuhi didn't allow that. Natsuhi didn't like that. So Yasu, she found that other person to cling to, and it was Kumasawa. And then for Kumasawa, she taught Yasu about magic, Beatrice, and all that stuff.
ね、シャノン。
はい。奥様に知られればお叱りを受けることと分かってはおりましたが。
叱らせなんかしねえぜ。シャノンはずっと私の気持ちを唯一理解してくれる親友だったぜ。
ありがとうございます。お嬢様。
It's kind of sad as Jessica is saying this, yeah. You were always the one close friend I had who could understand me. But way back then, there was a kid there, Yasu. And they didn't become friends, even though they went to school together, right? But yeah, didn't happen. But the Shannon character became friends with Jessica, so Anyways, let's continue. I simply could not hide my shock. How had she formed a relationship with the children of the family despite being only a servant? Natsu had probably been very careful to prevent such a relationship. However, it's no surprise that Jessica, all alone on this island, would want to be the friends with a kid her age. So yeah, Natsu, she did a lot of stuff as well that affected Yasuo's life. I mean, ever since the beginning when she was a baby, correct? And then afterwards, when Yasuo was introduced to the island, she was pretty much preventing Yasuo to be friends with Jessica. So Natsu, yeah, another one there. Kinzo, and then Kinzo is the worst. Yeah, like he's tier triple S as the worst character in this game. And then maybe for the Ushiramiya family, I guess, the one I guess we would say maybe did bad things to Yasu, you can put, yeah, Natsuhi there as well at the top, I guess. And Shannon was also alone on this island without any friends her age. Though they both understood their relationship as a master and servant, they somehow managed to strike up a friendship. And then at the family conference, Jessica had introduced Shannon to George and Butler. All of the adults had their hands full with their complicated discussion in the mansion. During that time, Shannon was able to set aside her role as a servant for a little bit, acting her age with Jessica, George, and Butler. I didn't even know that Shannon had constructed this new world so quickly. As a butterfly hiding in the shadows, I observed this new world of Shannon's.
あの日も僕らはバラ庭園を、そして浜辺を駆け回ったよ。
ただ駆け回ってふざけ合うだけが最高に楽しかったな。
だな。この時ばかりはシャノンちゃんも年相応の笑顔を見せてくれたぜ。
ちょっとはしゃぎすぎてたかもです。お恥ずかしい。
今でこそバトラーも立派な身長だけど、当時は私やシャノンの方が背が高いし力も強かったっけ。
当時の俺は成長がちょいと遅かったからな。
成長が遅い方の方が背は伸びると聞いたことがあります。
そうだろうな。シャノンちゃんの胸もあの頃は全然こんなじゃなかったもんな。
I like how their sprites are the older versions of them, right? But in reality, in this time, they should have been like, yeah, let's say 12 years old, 11 years old, something in that range.
そんなことはないよ。
Yeah, they didn't give us young versions of the characters, is what I'm saying. They just gave us the normal sprites that they have.
シャノンだってあの頃からもう女性の魅力を持ち始めてたよ。
So just imagine that they're, yeah, younger.
どうでしょう。
女性の魅力ってなんだよ、やらしい。
いやー、あの頃はまだ俺も可愛かったな。夏服の肩からちらりと見える紐に青い春の稲妻を感じたもんだぜ。ジョージの兄貴と一緒にシャノンちゃんの胸はいくつくらいか夜にこそこそと話し合ったのが懐かしいぜ。
What? What?
そうなんですか、ジョージ様。
おそらくは大いに誤解のある話だと思うよ。僕は男女の成長の違いについて人生の先輩として講義をした記憶はあってもいとこ同士での夜のワイ談はむしろ健全な発育の証であって、
いやー、みんなでいとこ部屋で 深夜になるまでそういう話をしてたっけな。隣のクラスの誰々がキスをしたらしいとか、サマーキャンプで素敵だなと思ってた子と手をつなげちゃったとか、誰々は自分に気がありそうでとかなんとか。いやー、なんか恥ずかしくて全身が痒くなってきたぜ。
いいじゃないか。それもまた青春の甘酸っぱい1ページ。
The Book of Adolescence.
男女を意識し合うところから一番最初のピュアな恋が生まれるの。
ただ男女で一緒にいたいだけというとてもシンプルでピュアで、それでいて高潔な最初の恋。
素敵だわ。年頃の少年少女たちが愛の世界を思い浮かべながら語り合う。そんなこともありましたでしょうか。
何をとぼけてるんだか。耳まで真っ赤になりながらもシャノンちゃんが一番興味津々って感じだったじゃねえかよ。
興味津々なんてことはありませんでした。私は皆さんよくいろいろなことをご存知だなと。
うん。シャノンが一番かまととぶってて、そのくせ興味津々だった。
She always played dumb the most, even though she was the most interested.
一番むっつりスケベだった。
Oh my god.
そんなことありません。そんなことありません。お嬢様嫌い
です。そう、いつもこんな感じ。昼は子供らしくはしゃぎ合い、夜は枕を寄せて秘密の話に花を咲かせた。それら全部をひっくるめてどれも懐かしいね。
エッチな話をひそひそして親の足音が近づいてきたらガバッと布団に潜って寝たふりしたりとかあったな。
あったあった。修学旅行かっつーの。
全員同時にガバッと隠れる感じ、暗黙のルールみたいな感じというか、妙な連帯感というか、あの感じがすごい好きでした。
とにかくそういう話だけじゃなかったよ。他にもいろいろあった。僕たちはまさに青春を謳歌し合っていたよ。
How many days are there? Or are they there on the island, by the way? Like maybe like 2 days?
これは何だというのか。
Shannon, is this that fun thing of the human world? Is this incomprehensible messing around a thing that you found?
子供同士が群れてバカバカしい遊びに熱中し、くだらぬ話題で盛り上がる。
I mean, even if that's it, it's nice though, right? They're having a good time, and you cannot really find that in your world though.
これがそなたの見つけた魔女の閲楽にも勝る人間の閲楽だというのか。
The pleasure, yeah, of being with other people.
はい、あなたにはこれが楽しくは見えませんか？
That's what I guess you can see in the other episodes, right? Yeah, I mean the other episodes is Shannon would always join them when they were playing or just talking in general. Shannon was always there, right? Because she liked it. The Shannon character loved just being around them, being around people.
退屈とは言わぬ。だが、この低俗なはしゃぎ合いが、すべての望みを叶えられるわらわの理想郷よりも勝るとは、解せぬ。
人と触れ合うことは、とても楽しいことなんです。
Interacting with people, exactly.
もちろん、あなたの世界も楽しいものだと思います。
But yeah, I mean, let's just say Beatrice's world is fun as well, but it's a different kind of fun compared to the human world fun that Shannon is experiencing, at least right now.
それでも、私はこちらを選びます。
わからぬ。わからぬ。
Beatrice held her head as though she was having a headache. But no matter how much she grimaced, she couldn't think of an answer.
教えよ。そなたは、このような低俗なはしゃぎ合いの中に、何を見つけたというのか。
知りたいですか？
知りたい。
Yeah, tell her, because she wants to know.
恋です。
Love. I mean, that was always the answer though. Yeah, love.
これ。
Was this it?
前に約束した推理小説。
The Queen book I promised.
ありがとうございます。お借りしますね。
いいよ。シャノンちゃんにやるよ。俺はもう読み終わっちまったし。
そんな。もらってしまっては悪いです。高いものでしょうし。
バザーでほんの何百円かでまとめ買いしたやつだから。気にするなって。それより、早く全部読んで、また色々と議論をしようぜ。シャノンちゃんと色々議論するのは楽しいからさ。
Okay.
はい。私も楽しいです。
So they bonded, I guess, the same as Kumasawa, right? Over, yeah, mystery, I say mystery novels, mystery books.
ミステリーは一人で読むよりも二人で読む方が楽しいですよね。
議論したり、妄想したりするのが楽しいよな。
True, I mean, yeah, definitely.
ミステリーは読んで半分を楽しみ。読んだ人間同士で語り合って、初めて全てを楽しめるってのが、俺の持論だぜ。
I mean, that is really true, though. Our relationship began when we realized that we both read mystery novels. I mean, it's just very nice to talk about something with someone. Like, even though, like for me personally, like whenever I watch an anime show and then, yes, I have a friend that I can talk to with anime and stuff, it's nice talking about this stuff. Like, even though you say that, or you know that, oh, this is like this and like that. When you talk about what's happening in the show or the characters itself, it's nice to do that, yes. We were both surprised and very interested to find that the other not only read tons of mystery novels, but read them very thoroughly. Ever since then, it's been like this. Separate from the games we played with all the cousins, the two of us met together for some time alone. At first, it was like sort of a contest to see who knew more than the other. However, eventually this turned into respect for how much the other had to read and how deeply they were able to think about it. Respect, trust, those emotions made our friendship even stronger. Of course, all of that had still fallen within the category of friendship. But we were still slightly aware of the fact that the other was of the opposite sex, making for a relationship that was charming or youthful, or maybe you could call it exciting. However, we were still at the age where calling us young men and women would probably be to be a bit gracious or too gracious, meaning they were much more younger. Of course, we didn't know a thing about love, so we couldn't understand the exciting feelings in our chest, both bitter and sweet, that we only felt when we were alone together. However, we realized that there was some unknown emotion hidden behind that feeling. And as our hearts raced, we had our hands upon the door. That was the exciting age we were at. So, at some point, our discussions about mystery novels became just an excuse for us meeting alone.
ホワイダニットを大切にした推理小説ってあまりねえんだよな。
ホワイダニット？犯人の動機ですか？
ああ。推理小説で探るべき3つの論点は、フーダニット、ハウダニット、そしてホワイダニット。この前者2つを扱う小説は結構多いと思うが、最後のホワイダニットを扱う小説って案外ないんだよな。
犯人特定後に動機を自白する作品は結構あると思いますけど。
それを犯人が自白する前に推理できるようになってなければダメなんだ。動機がないと思われていた人物が推理不能な動機により事件に及ぶってのは、俺は個人的にはアンフェアだと思ってる。
Who done it though? Who's the culprit? How done it though? How did he commit the crime? Why did it though? Why did he do the crime?
誰が犯人かとか、どんなトリックでとか、それを問う作品はすげえ多いぜ。いや、ほとんどだろうな。しかし、動機を推理する作品ってのは決して多くないと思う。
そうですね。Who, How, Why の3つの中で一番ないがしろにされている要素かもしれませんね。
ホワイダニットを大切にしない推理小説ってのは、なんだか一味足りないように思う。いや、つまらないって言ってんじゃない。なんていうのか、一番大切なものが足りないような気がするんだ。
一番大切なものが足りない？
心だよ。心が足りない。
The heart is missing.
心。
人の心ってのはすごく重要だと思うんだ。人間が殺人を決意し、計画し、準備し、実行に踏み切るには。
Okay. I think the human heart is a really important thing. If a person's gonna decide to commit murder, plan it out, get everything ready, and actually carry it out,
ものすごい大きな心の力が必要なはずなんだ。
you'd need an incredibly strong force of the heart.
人は心で動いてるんだぜ。
The heart is what moves people. In other words, only the heart can kill a person. Butler, why do you say this? When an emotional upheaval grows strong enough to make a person want to kill, the result is a tragedy called murder. If you turn it around, does it mean that the true way to close in on the crime is by searching for the true heart that brings about the tragedy of murder? Only the heart can kill a person, so if a person has been killed, you must search for that heart. That's what he's saying.
だからさ、犯人がただの殺人狂で面白半分に事件を起こしてるって作品は、なんだか少し好きになれない。
殺すに値する十分な心の動きを描いた作品がお好きだと？
Okay.
そうさ。
It's like like this game, yeah.
そしてそれを推理させてくれる作品が、俺は本当は一番好きなんだ。
That let you reason that out. As he spoke, he looked back at me and smiled. Before today, I used to like novels that focused on exposing tricks. However, I decided to look for novels like the ones he recommended in the future. Okay. Damn.
心ってやつを俺はないがしろにしたくない。人は心で動いてるんだからな。
The heart is what makes people move.
そうですね。おっしゃる通りだと思います。
This isn't limited to the mystery genre. All humans are moved by their hearts all the time. Being able to notice the heart is what allows for interactions between people, no interactions between hearts. None of us humans can live on our own. and yet we have no way of peeking into the hearts of others. That's why every meeting between people is a mystery of the heart. Finding those reasoning about them and understanding each other is the key to interactions between people and hearts. The two of us here all alone talking about together about mysteries. And through that, we are searching out each other's hearts, speaking of the heart's mysteries. I want you to feel about me the way I feel about you. We're both searching, trying to figure out the depths of the other's heart in this mystery of love.
Oh, もうこんな時間だな。兄貴たちを待たせちゃってるかな。
Aniki. George Aniki.
そろそろ戻った方がいい時間ですね。
シャノンちゃんと話してると、あっという間に時間が過ぎちまうな。
He seems to be speaking the words of my heart. We were thinking the same thing, so the same words came
い
out.
つまでも二人きりでお話をできたらいいのに。時計の針が恨めしいです。
I hate clocks.
俺もだぜ。六軒島で一番楽しいのは、こうしてシャノンちゃんと話すことだからな。
When I saw that his smiling eyes were looking right at me, I turned away. I couldn't let him see my suddenly red face.
私も外の世界へ出られたなら、もっともっとたくさんの本を読めるのに。
I mean, technically, Shannon or Yasu can just leave Rokinjima, right? I mean, she's a kid, of course. I mean, right now. But let's say in the future, I mean, she can just leave, right? It's not like she's tied down here. I mean, she's going to school. The school is not in the island. The school is where? In Nijima, right? The bookshop on Nijima that I go to and the bookshop he goes to in the city are on a completely different scales. The book exchange between the two of us had become completely one-sided, with him giving me all the books.
シャノンちゃんはいつまで使用人を続ける気なんだ？
How long do you plan to be a servant?
わかりません。
もしいつか辞める時が来たら。
来たら？
俺のところへ来いよ。
He said it almost carelessly. Maybe he was a bit embarrassed since he laughed weakly and blushed a
そした
little.
ら今度はもう時間も何も気にせずに済むもんな。
そうですね。ずっと一緒にいられますね。
The little secret dates on this island only happen a few times a year, and even when they did happen, it was only for a short, uncertain period of time. It wouldn't work over the phone or with letters. We can only talk about our mystery when we're standing together like this.
必ずその日は来るさ。
来るでしょうか。
ああ、絶対にな。
Certain? Why is he certain?
その日が来たら俺が白馬にまたがって迎えに来てやるぜ。
There it is. After saying this, he turned away. He was probably too proud to show me his blushing cheeks. But even without seeing, I knew what his face looked like. To come riding on a white horse, isn't that like a prince riding a white horse? So what exactly does it mean? Does it mean you're going to be my prince? My mind was going blank, so I just couldn't reason out his mystery of love, even though it was all plain and simple.
その日はいつ来るんでしょう。
シャノンちゃんさえ決心したなら
Anytime you're ready. My heart skipped a beat. It was so sweet, yet it hurt.
俺はいつだっていいんだぜ。
Anytime's good for me.
シャノンちゃんの人生さ。よく考えてから決心するといい。
Me, anytime is good for you. For me, he says. Like what if Shannon says, take me right now? Can you as a kid do that?
俺はその決心がいつであっても、それを尊重するぜ。
はい。
その日まで、ずっと待ってるぜ。
If only I had been a bit more foolish and courageous. I could have said then and there that I was already prepared, and asked him to take me away from this island right away. But I couldn't say it. I had to think carefully about my future for both our sakes. My head was filled with pointless, senseless thoughts.
嬉しいです。ありがとう。
With his back still to me, he scratched his head and laughed. I knew he was doing this out of embarrassment, so I could clearly tell what his expression must have been. In the same way, he must have realized what my face looked like. We were both puzzle solvers of love. We theorized about each other's love, solving each other's mysteries.
時間をくれてありがとうございます。
時間は無限にあるぜ。
いいえ。それでは申し訳ないです。待ちくたびれちゃったら申し訳ないです。だから決心しました。決心しますというのが正しいでしょうか。今日、今すぐ使用人を辞めるという意味じゃありません。そう、1年。
1 year.
1年後に。
If a year after now, you still feel like coming for me on a white horse, and me too, if I still like you a year from now, I'd like to dedicate the rest of my life to you.
1年後にこの同じ場所で決心しようと思います。
1年か。いい時間だな。春夏、秋冬。それだけの時間を過ごして、自分の心と正直に向き合うといいぜ。
ですから、来年、きっと、迎えに来てくださいね。
おう。
He responded to my cowardly determination with a quick, strong answer.
その日が来るのを待っているぜ。
はい。私も待っていますからね。絶対来てくださいね。
あ
あ。絶対ですよ。来年来てくださいね。
ああ。絶対来るぜ。ここで会おうな。
That's for certain. Okay. Now I understand. Okay, now I understand. No. Let's see. I was saying earlier, right, that nothing is really tying Shannon to this island, but after that scene there, I mean, I guess now we know that the promise between them, not just Butler, but Shannon as well, that promise was the one tying her here to this island. Yes, up until, I guess, the Rokinjima incident, she was still hoping for that promise to happen. But yeah, who knows what happened by the end, right? But yeah, that was it. That's why, like, we can say that, oh, she can just leave, by the way, if she hated what was happening here. But Yeah, this was the promise that it was pretty much like a rope that tied her here to this island, that promise alone. And she couldn't leave because even if she doesn't say it outright, deep down inside, that's what is making her stay on this island. That thing between her and Butler there. And yeah, it was sweet. It was sweet, but yeah, we do know what happened, right? Butler didn't come the next year, and I guess for her, it was she waited, she waited, she waited, she waited, she waited, she waited. And then when Butler's time, or when it was time for him to come back, a lot of things had happened already with her. And we will see. Let's see first, so let's continue. I see, so this is the emotion that feels like a sweet suffocation is love. It is an emotion I do not know. One I do not have. Though my magic can grant any wish, though my paradise can grant any wish. That thing I cannot have, that incomprehensible emotion that burns like fire and yet madly wants to hold it close. All I know is that no matter how great a witch I might become, I cannot create this emotion. It must be given by another person, yeah, like a love between two persons. For the first time, I realized that I wasn't all powerful, and I knew what Shannon had discovered in the world of humans.
この感情はダメだな。
It's just too much. You could say that through the years, maybe we can say that Shannon had moved on, right? And then when Butler, when they said that Butler was coming back, this emotion suddenly burst out again. And with all Shannon or Yasu had experienced while Butler was not here, it became, I guess, a hate. It became twisted now because of that.
覚えちまったら忘れられぬではないかよ。
And it's just sad, yeah. Again. Shannon, you win. I love, is it? It may be the most important element and the one that I lack. Shannon, I'll watch and see how your love develops. So please, teach me more and more about this new emotion. Okay. So you can say that, sure, like in a couple years she found new love. Like she moved on and she found new love with George, right? But the love with Butler was, I guess, her first love. Her true love. It was still there. So when Butler came back, all of the emotions rushed in. And yeah. That could have been, right? I mean, right now we're just seeing, technically this is just the beginning, I guess, for the tale of Yasu that leads into what happened. Like, sure, we saw her earlier life, but I guess this is the starting point, this promise between them, correct? Okay, so let's take a break here, but yeah, this promise between her and Butler, this is the starting point, and I guess the next things that we're gonna be seeing, I keep saying sad, I think it's gonna be much more sad, because yeah, we're gonna see it one by one now, what is gonna happen to her that made her become the person she is in 1986. It's not just like a person doesn't just become like that for no reason, right? So this is gonna be hard to see for sure. Let's just cherish this moment that we see with Butler and Shannon as 100,000%. The next scenes we're gonna be seeing here is gonna be much more painful to watch for sure. So anyways, we are gonna continue this and do more of Umineko When They Cry episode 7 in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.